chips.
Oh.
Hot chips.
Hot chips.
Cold hot chips.
Cold hot chips. They're hot, really. Honest. See them?
You've got it.
All right. You smell them like me. I can actually.
Yeah, I can smell them straight away.
Yeah.
All right. So start tapping. And when you see and smell those hot chips, where do you feel it in your body? What is it out of 10?
Ooh. It's here. It's right here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's maybe 7.
Mm-hmm. So when you look at them,
Yeah.
when was the first time you had hot chips?
I reckon I was about maybe 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm. You have a good smell of them.
They do smell good. They do.
All right, so it's about 7?
Yeah.
Okay. Even though I've got this 7 out of 10,
Even though I've got this 7 out of 10.
desire to have hot chips,
Desire to have hot chips.
and they smell really good.
And they smell really good.
They're really crispy.
They're really crispy.
I
They were
tried
really
them at
good chips.
lunchtime.
I tried them at lunchtime.
They're really good chips.
really good chips.
And I remember having them when I was around 6 or 7 for the first time.
And I remember having them when I was 6 or 7 for the first time.
I accept myself
I accept myself
and my body's excitement about hot chips.
and my body's excitement about hot chips.
Even though they smell really good
Even though they smell really good.
and they taste really good.
And they taste really good.
They tasted really good at lunchtime.
They tasted really good at lunchtime.
Those hot chips.
Those hot chips.
It's special to have hot chips.
It's special to have hot chips.
And I can feel it in my stomach.
And I can feel it in my stomach.
Just like the first time I had them when I was 5 or 6.
Look, just
6
like the
or 7.
first time I had them when I was 6 or 7.
I accept myself
I accept myself
and my body's reactions.
and my body's reactions.
I was 6 or 7 when I had them for the first time.
I was 6 or 7 when I had them for the first time.
Do you remember where you were?
I reckon my mother brought them home,
Mm-hmm.
like in the paper and everything.
Yeah, and they were really special.
They were really special.
My mother brought them home.
My mother brought them home.
They were in the paper.
They were in the paper.
I remember her unwrapping them
I remember her unwrapping them
and the smell of those hot chips.
and the smell of those hot chips.
It was so special.
That was so special.
And my body remembers that.
And my body remembers that.
That special smell.
That special smell.
Mum coming home,
Mum coming home,
unwrapping those hot chips.
unwrapping those hot chips.
And my stomach still remembers it.
And my stomach still remembers it.
And so does my nose.
And so does my nose.
That hot smell, that hot chip smell,
That hot chip smell.
they taste so good.
They taste so good.
It was a special treat.
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 And my body still remembers it.
And my body still remembers it.
My stomach still remembers
My
it.
stomach still remembers it.
Smelling those hot chips.
Smelling those hot chips.
Mum unwrapping them.
Mum unwrapping them.
It was a special
It
occasion.
was a special occasion.
And I was only 6 or 7.
And I was only 6 or 7.
And I was allowed to have hot chips.
And I was allowed to have hot chips.
I can still remember the specialness of it all.
I can still remember the specialness of it all.
And it makes me feel special again
And it makes me feel special again
when I smell hot chips,
when I smell hot chips.
when I taste hot chips.
When I taste hot chips.
But maybe it's not the chips,
But maybe it's not the chips.
but it's that special feeling that
It's
I loved.
that special feeling that I loved.
That Mum was bringing something home for me.
That Mum was bringing something home for me.
She could have unwrapped some dog doo-doo. And then my stomach would be craving that.
Yours might.
She could have unwrapped anything.
She could have unwrapped anything. I'll accept that.
And it would have been special.
And it would have been special.
Because Because Mum brought it home.
Because Mum brought it home.
And I was allowed to eat it.
And I was allowed to eat it.
And it was like unwrapping a present.
And it was like unwrapping a present.
In that paper.
In that paper.
Seeing the steam come off it.
Seeing the steam come off it.
It was so special.
It was so special.
That steaming turd.
Unwrapping that paper.
I felt special.
I felt special.
Whatever was in that paper.
Whatever was in that paper.
It made me feel special.
It made me feel special.
It just so happened to be chips.
It just so happened to be chips.
And it wasn't really the chips that were special.
And it wasn't really the chips that were special.
It was that I felt special.
It was that I felt special.
And I felt close to Mum.
And I felt close to Mum.
It's not really the chips.
It's not really the chips.
They're the innocent bystanders.
They're the innocent bystanders.
I just want to feel special.
I just want to feel special.
And I've associated that with chips.
And I've associated that with chips.
With hot chips.
With hot chips.
And my nose has associated it with that.
And my nose has definitely associated it with that.
But the chips were just an innocent bystander.
But the chips were just an innocent bystander.
It's not really the chips that made me feel special.
It's not really the chips that made me feel special.
It was that Mum had brought something home for me.
It was that Mum had brought something home for me.
And I was allowed to eat it.
And I was allowed to eat it.
And she unwrapped it like it was a present.
And she unwrapped it like it was a present. You know, Mama.
It was like it was a present.
It was like it was a present.
Even though it's a bunch of potato in fat.
Even though it's a bunch of potato in fat.
And I can still smell it.
And I can still smell it.
Yeah, he's there.
I can still smell it.
I can still smell it.
Maybe it's not the chips that are special.
Maybe it's not the chips that are special.
Or the smell.
Or the smell.
They were just the innocent bystander.
They were just the innocent bystander.
When I felt special.
When I felt special.
Because Mum came home with something to eat.
Because Mum came home with something to eat.
And she unwrapped it like it was a present.
And she unwrapped it like it was a present.
And it felt like it was special.
And it felt like it was special.
Releasing and letting go.
Yep. Releasing and letting go.
Of that specialness around potatoes soaked in fat.
Soaked in fat.
Yes. Releasing the cravings from my nose.
Releasing the cravings from my nose.
And my stomach.
And my stomach.
Maybe they're not that special.
Maybe they're not that special.
Okay, have another smell.
Okay.
What is it out of 10 now that you want to have it?
It's like, yeah, they smell good. Yeah, they smell good.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really want them.
Mm-hmm.
They're cold.
No, I've eaten a cold chip before.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so pick one up and take a bite.
This one's the best one, you can have it. No?
Just taste it and see what it feels like. Does it taste more like potato soaked in fat?
Or something else.
Or something else?
Fortunately for you, it doesn't taste like dog turd. Not that I know what dog turd tastes like. But it's actually pretty ordinary.
And so you're looking at the fat.
It's
on your
not
fingers.
quite as bad as cucumber though. But it is pretty ordinary. Okay, that was a little bite.
Okay, so what's your craving? Do you want to have more?
No, don't thank you. I'll be okay. Even though
When I go out for dinner
when I go out for dinner
and I see hot chips,
and I see hot chips,
an old part of me might feel like I might be special to order them.
an old part of me might feel like I'd be special to order them.
The new part of me might realise
The new part of me might realise
that they just taste pretty ordinary
that they just taste pretty ordinary
and they were just innocent bystanders.
and they were just innocent bystanders.
They're not that great.
They're not that great.
I can leave them if I want.
I can leave them if I want.
I accept myself
I accept myself
and my past relationship
and my past relationship
to hot chips.
to hot chips.
They used to make me feel special.
They used to make me feel special.
When I remember that 6 or 7-year-old experience,
When I remember that 6 or 7-year-old experience,
it was more that my mum unwrapped something that looked so special
it was more that my mum unwrapped something that looked so special
and I felt special.
and I felt special.
But now they just smell like potatoes covered in fat
But now they just smell like potatoes covered in fat.
and I can taste the fat.
And I can too. My mouth feels crappy. It feels gluggy.
Now I can feel the glugginess.
Yeah, now I can feel the glugginess.
They're not that special.
They're not that special.
It was unwrapping the paper that was special.
It was unwrapping the paper that was special.
Potato chips, hot potato chips aren't that special.
Hot potato chips aren't that special.
Cool. You see right from the start when she said, oh, she unwrapped them out of the paper and everything. That was what was special about it.
I want toothpaste.
Oh, some water.
That's something in my bag. Some in the bathroom and a Mentos.
You can even see.
Oh, Mentos would be awesome.
You can see the grease, the
Yeah,
fat that it's
right.
left behind.
And my mouth feels like cold fat.
That's
Oh, thank you.